Are we live?
You live.
What's up?
Yeah.
You look better,
Not
dude.
much, buddy. I feel a lot better.
Your
It's
lid
been
looks
exactly 15 days since I was exposed. I would imagine at least 15. The minimum is 15. I would imagine maybe we got exposed Friday because you guys started showing symptoms on Sunday. So
Yep.
it's 15, 16, 17, 18 days. It's a weird thing.
And you've been in the thick of it all 15 days.
I sure have. I've been pacing my fucking floors with nowhere to go. I don't know what's worse, feeling like your lungs are made of glass, or just the sheer boredom of not going anywhere. And maybe even worse is not having any taste or smell. That sucks because food's not coming to your rescue.
No, you don't care about food anymore.
And then I started getting some taste back, but it was the wrong kind. Like I tried to sniff some wine and some coffee. I almost threw up.
Really?
Yeah, I almost threw up. I was like, oh. Then I took some zinc on an empty stomach. That was good. I went and got some expensive zinc that you take, from a dropper. Old Bryan threw up super hard.
There's nothing worse. I did that. I learned the hard way too because my doctor was like, take zinc to get your taste back soon. And he was right. So I was popping all this zinc, but I was doing it on an empty stomach. And I was like, oh, man, I feel nauseous. And I text him and go, hey, man, I haven't had any symptoms, but since you told me to take zinc, I'm starting to feel nauseous. And he's like, are you taking on an empty stomach? I go, yeah. He goes, well, figure it out, dude. That's the only thing you've done. Dude,
I couldn't believe it. I went, I got to throw up right now. I'm going to throw up now. Yeah, and I went, should I throw up outside? Inside. So I did a double, I did a shoot. I was like, and then I ran in and just shouted into the bowl.
I'll tell you what fun is, I had to quarantine, so I was away from the kiddos. So my girl had to hold down the fort with the kiddos. 2 kids, by the way, 6-month and a 4-year-old. So she's had to put them to bed and drive Tiger to school. And then I get better. I'm like, cool, I can help. And then she goes, cool story. Walking the baby downstairs, misses a step. Whoops, her ankle goes. Her ankle goes, oh, you're supposed to go that way? I'm going to go this way.
Oh, God damn it.
The size of a hippopotamus now. It's like this. So she can't help with the kids. So now I got better. She's in bed, and I got to take care of the kiddos. Dad duty.
Here's what I would do differently if I could have. I would have gotten right on an inhalable steroid the minute I started getting a cough, and I would have gotten the hydrochloroquine, which seemed to really work for you. And there's a lot of evidence in the first 36 hours for anybody who has this, that hydrochloroquine, and you're proof of it, really does help. Really does help.
I'll say that, you got it, Stevie got it, your girl got it, I got it. We got some other friends who have had it. And what's weird about it is it's affected everybody different. Obviously, I had symptoms early, just mild symptoms early, and then it went away after 3 days, and I was super fortunate. You've had it. Let's be honest, it's been a struggle for 15 days. Another friend of ours, for I'd say 4 nights, it was really intense for him, and then it got better. And it affects everybody different. We do got to be safe, and thank God everyone who got it is okay now. And I'll tell you what's fun though too is you want to show a negative test to go back to work, to go back to the studio, which is why we're not in studio this week. So I took 2 tests last week. I keep calling, I'm like, where's my results? Where's my results? And they go, oh, sorry, buddy. That swab that we stuck balls deep up into your nose, well, we lost the results. So we need you to come back in.
That's a good time. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks. Let's get back up in my nose deep.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swab in a couple days.
You should do it. You should probably do it Wednesday, B.
Yeah, I will, because that's technically when 100% I will have had symptoms. By Wednesday, it'll be symptoms for 15 days. So that's and then I'll be.
You should Wednesday, so you get your results back Friday. I'm doing it today. I mean, I could have, I did it last week because I would have, tested negative most likely. So I'll do it today to get my results back on Wednesday. But glad to put.
Is your taste and smell back?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean,
still a little.
Probably like 80%. It's.
Yeah, it lingers.
But I was talking to Stevie Blue Eyes too. And this isn't. I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't be worried about COVID or anything like that, but honestly, health-wise, I feel better than before when I got sick. I feel if I was 100% before, I feel 110% right. My energy's through the roof. I'm sleeping better. I don't know. I'm eating pizza every day.
Well, one thing I've never taken for granted is my health, ever. And when you're sick with this thing and down and walking around with nothing to do, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You wonder, you really, really, really think about people who have debilitating illnesses.
Oh, I know.
Always feel that way.
Or think about, if someone was older in your family, they got it because of our dumbass. You got to worry about stuff like that. If you're older, you have underlying conditions. Or let's say you were dating some fat girl. It'd be a problem.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the problem. The biggest issue to me is we still are left with having to move forward with the economy and having to move forward with our lives. And unfortunately, most of us, I certainly can't wait for a vaccine. I can't. No. And I don't think most of us can. And the people that can afford to might be people who have jobs that are, I don't want to pick on the media, but, a lot of media, a lot of academics have jobs they don't have to worry about. Whereas most of us who work and have to create a business and keep a business going, I don't have that luxury, man. I really don't. I don't know when a fucking vaccine's coming. What Fauci said he's very cautiously optimistic about 2021. Okay, what if it's 2022? I can't afford it. So a lot of us in this country are left.
These celebrities get on the tweet and go, let's just wait till vaccine and we don't need kids in school. It's like, hold up, dude. You made Captain America 9. You're fine.
Yeah.
The rest
I need my kid.
The rest of the world is suffering, dude. And
I need my kids back in school. I need my kids back in school.
Dude, you want to talk about a disadvantage? California just said the rest of the year is going to be online, and they've done research and it shows kids online. It's a real detriment to their learning, man. It's not good.
Well, I'm in the process of trying to help with creating a homeschooling environment with a lot of different kids from the neighborhood, because I don't think it's good for these children to be isolated. Certainly not for my children. I totally disagree 100% with the idea that children have to stay home.
Well, that's just
I think it's outrageous.
Schools, private schools are going back. Private schools like my son's been in school for 3 weeks now.
Wow.
Because private's different than the public schools, right? Public, you're going to be out for quite some time. Because remember, too, a lot of the other issue they have is a lot of teachers don't feel safe going back because a lot of those teachers are older. But then a lot of them are collecting unemployment too, brother. So you're making more money not teaching your kid.
It's a tough place for teachers to be if they're older. That's for damn sure. And some teachers are just afraid. I don't blame them. A lot of people are just afraid, man. I get it. You might, a lot of people are just afraid, and I understand. I can't really, that's the problem. It's so frustrating. I can't really criticize people for being afraid either. Some people are just cautious and very worried about catching this fucking thing. And I have friends who are.
Yeah. Well, shit, dude, I'll be, I've been ranting, raving about, I'm a statistic guy and all this stuff and look at the data. And I do stick by that for the majority. If you get COVID, you're going to be just fine. And everyone that I know or associate with who's got this virus is fine. But, last week, dude, when you were getting worse, I called Rogan. I'm like, dude, we got to figure something out with Callan. He's not getting better, dude. I couldn't sleep.
I was worried too. I was worried. Yeah.
We joke around about your age, but you're not young, and you're older. And it's just like, fuck, dude. It's like, it just be.
Yeah, Rogan's called me every day. You've called me every day. A lot of my friends have called me every day. And I'll be honest. I was very happy to come out of it the other side. I talked to I got a lot of friends that are doctors, and it was so interesting to talk to all of them. I talked to 4 doctors, and all of them basically said, look, there's not much to do. However, the inhalable steroid for my cough, game changer, fucking game changer.
Did you start taking
game changer? That's what they do in Taiwan. So they live on top of each other.
Yeah.
And they've had very, very few deaths. So what they do right away is they get them on a nebulizer. They get them on a very basic steroid, very cheap. An inhalable steroid.
Yep.
And it's a game changer, man. So, because it's an inflammatory disease, and what the fucking inhaler does is it brings your inflammation down. But look, man, it's humbling. It's fucking humbling. It was a little scary.
Yeah, I was scared for you. I was scared for you. But
crazier shit happens, right? It's like my doctor said, "Hey, don't take this thing lightly." I got a marathon runner who's in his 30s, and he just died. And then I talked to a woman who was very nice, and her cameraman died. He was 55. So there's a lot of shit. It's like anything else. It's It's a weird virus.
Yep. I'm glad everybody came out on the other end and everybody's healthy now. And hopefully we'll be back in studio next week and after it, man. Because if I do one more Zoom podcast, I'm going to take this monster bottle and shove it all the way down my throat.
I understand. Well, I think we shoot for being in studio Friday. I think that might be if I come up with 2 negative tests in a row.
Oh, I like where it's at. I want to kiss your crooked teeth.
Yeah, and if not, we do it next Monday. I think that would be appropriate and safe.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I've got my master's degree in everything Pablo Escobar and everything Whitey Bulger. I bought literally, and I've read through 2 books now on Pablo Escobar. I got this new Whitey Bulger one I'm attacking now. I just got the
book. Who's a bigger asshole, Escobar or Bulger?
Oh, dude,
Escobar.
Not even close.
Escobar.
Dude,
he crashed planes.
No, hold on. This is what I want to make very fucking clear. And Narcos does a good job, but I'm rewatching Narcos season 1 and 2 with Pablo Escobar. I think it's the greatest TV of all time. Here's my issue with this: is they make you fall in love with Pablo Escobar and how he's like giving Robin Hood of the poor. You got to understand something. In the 80s and the early 90s, when Pablo Escobar was in the midst of his shit, you're talking about a straight up terrorist, a
serial killer.
Oh, why? Because he killed, and this is just cops. 400 cops a year. Every year he was in business. 400 cops a fucking year, dude.
Jesus.
And he's also, when you talk about money wise, you're talking about a guy worth when he was killed, or most people, including his friends and family, said he actually shot himself. He wasn't shot. He shot himself when he was about to get caught. That's the majority of people said he shot himself. But you're talking about a guy who was at the time worth 30, and this is in 1992, $30 billion.
$30 billion.
He made $640 million a week.
Good fucking God.
It's nuts, dude. What else is crazy is like Narcos. I was reading his son, who's, he was kind of going against Narcos. He goes, when you watch Narcos and you see like when Pablo's on the run with his family and they show him in these cool houses and there's pools and there's helicopters, he goes, that's the one thing they're so off on that. He goes, we were not in nice places. We were in these shanties and we were scared for our lives. And he goes,
yeah.
And he goes, and everyone makes it seem like my dad was this loving father and all this stuff. He goes, my dad didn't trust anybody. When we would go from place to place, he would blindfold me and my little sister and my wife because he thought we were going to snitch on him.
And his mother, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're talking about a real piece of shit.
Yeah, he would cheat at Monopoly. He cheated everything. He was just a bad guy.
Well, when they caught him and they wanted to extradite him to America, his way of having the government switch the rules is by taking people hostages who were government
children of the elite.
Oh, and then killing them, and then if you didn't like that, he'd blow up schools, shopping centers.
He was a great guy. And then he blew up a fucking airliner. He literally blew up an airliner full of people.
And do you know how he got the bomb on the plane? Well, he gave it to a 17-year-old who thought he was recording 2 gentlemen speaking. He conned this 17-year-old who just had a new baby girl. He goes,
and then killed his wife. Yeah.
Yep, killed the wife.
Wife killed.
Yep, and wanted to kill the baby too. So
good guy. He's a very, very nice guy.
Don't get me wrong. Whitey Bulger, he never killed anybody who wasn't in the business. That's the way the Irish mob worked. But fucking Pablo Escobar, you're talking about a real fucking
a sociopath. A true sociopath.
Straight up terrorist, dude. A straight up fucking terrorist.
Yeah. Well, he said I'm gonna get them to change the laws in Colombia, the extradition laws, and if they don't do it, I'm gonna just create so much havoc and bomb the city centers until they do my bidding.
Yeah, he hired a guy who's really good at these bombs, these homemade bombs, and was blowing up buildings and in public places and farmers markets. And you're talking about people, now they idolize him, and there's Pablo Escobar paintings. Dude, you're talking about a guy who literally the entire nation was terrified. People would stay in their houses, dude.
Didn't you send me a thing about Mexico this year being the bloodiest?
Hold up, dude. We're talking about Corona. We're talking about Pablo Escobar. Right now in Mexico, June was their bloodiest month ever because of the cartel wars going on there. Check this out. 114 people died in under 24 hours due to shooting from the cartel.
Jesus Christ. Can't there Aren't there cameras where they can see this stuff and track this stuff?
Not
Like the
really.
way the United States has? I mean,
They don't have the infrastructure. You're
what,
talking
do
about,
we know why, though? Because they had a new president came in 2 years ago, and it's gotten worse since he was there. What happened? Did he take a hands-off approach?
yeah, well, what they're saying, a lot of it is because it's so ingrained. It's not only is it in, obviously, the cartels, and it's part of their culture, I'll hate to say it, but it's also ingrained in their politics. One doesn't play without the other. So
No, it's systemic. It goes all the way up to the federal level.
Oh, dude, it's so bad over there.
The Jalisco cartel and all those guys have, they're not working alone here. They've got people in the federal military and police. Everybody's on the take. It's like my friend said. He goes, when you talk about cartel, what you're really saying is that it's like you got a guy who's here, and he's like, well, my cousin works for that guy. My other brother works for that. Everybody's involved in one way or another.
Well, but also like until El Chapo, when he got caught, one of the only reasons El Chapo got caught was because of Americans. And until you get the Americans, and that's why all these cartel guys, whatever city they're in, Colombia, Mexico, Russia, if Americans get called and you bring in our special forces, one thing about Americans, we do not. That's why all of them are terrified of America. Because not only are we going to get you, but we're going to extradite you back to here.
Yeah, that's going to be bad.
But and that Mexico, we took out that Jalisco or whatever the hell they're called cartel. The Americans helped out with that, and then now with El Chapo's sons trying to fight for power, and it's crazy. It's not safe, dude.
No, it's like a war going on. It's fucking crazy, man. Talk about stress. Dude, I'd be a little stressed.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. So I was telling my girl, can you imagine Pablo Escobar just with his family on the run? But here's what's interesting is his wife, after Pablo was killed, every cartel in Colombia wanted to kill her and her kids, just to prove a point. So they had to go into hiding. And so I'm like, oh, that poor lady, blah, blah, blah. Pan to fucking 5 years ago, her and her son get arrested on drug trafficking.
What?
Yeah, man. They got back in the fucking business. Yeah, they got arrested, but they didn't have enough evidence, so they held them for 15 months and let them go.
Back in the old family business.
And then the daughter.
I think that people are going to want to get high. Your biggest market is just to your north. The only way Latin America gets out of this is by legalizing drugs.
Yes,
it's the only fucking way.
You mean North
Otherwise,
America?
they keep paying. I'm saying Latin America keeps paying for our drug habit with their blood and tears. Yeah. And if I'm Latin America, if I'm Mexico, if I'm any of those countries, I fucking legalize it. I go, you guys keep doing the drugs, you're buying all the drugs, so let's legalize it. We'll just fucking zone it. We'll tax it. We'll organize it. Yep. People, you guys can make your money.
Get the big business.
Do this and and then I'd have the federales say, look, everybody gets a take, including us. If there's any violence, though, and you start killing people, you're going to have a problem. So we're just going to focus on that. And otherwise, let's zone it. Let's cut it up. And then it's all free. And then if you're American, come on down. I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
What's the alternative? How's it going otherwise?
The real issue would be you need America, North America to legalize drugs, because then there's no incentive to do all this crazy shit in territory and sneak it in and smuggle it in. And you cut them out from the legs by doing that, Yeah,
that's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Well, because whatever we're doing is not working. Here's the other thing. In those cities where 114 people died in 24 hours, not only do they have to worry about COVID, which is hitting over there now, so you got cartel, COVID. They have lockdowns after dark because of the cartel shootings. They're so bad they have to stay inside their house.
Jesus.
Everyone's, we cry about being quarantined here in the States because of COVID and being with our loved ones, but trust me, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, you can't even earn a living. You start a business, good luck, and they come in and go, we'll take this.
Well, you know what else is, yeah, exactly. What else is frustrating is like most of the other countries besides America, because we're Americans, just what we do, what makes this nation great, and we think for ourselves. But a lot of these other countries went, we have to wear a mask, we have to stay quarantined. All right, we're going to do that. And they did it. And you're talking about most of Europe's back to normal, South America, Korea, everyone's back to normal. But Americans went, nah. And we're one of these guys. Like, you start with masks, then you start taking away our guns, you're gonna take away our freedom, and then everyone's like, "Okay, dude, cool, but I'm telling
Here
you,
we are.
now we're here, and we have
Americans don't follow rules well, and you're right. I was not a good rule follower, and I was very critical. I would have liked a little consistency, though. The problem with America is that we weren't given any real fucking consistency.
Yes.
I was hearing 3 different stories. So it was
bullshit.
very difficult, and I'm still hearing the New England Journal of Medicine comes out with Fauci and says masks actually don't stop the spread.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of stuff. So I'm like, you know, can somebody please? Can we get a consensus here? You know. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Well, I feel like in America it's gotten more political now. It's just, I don't know, dude. Like I took my son to this outdoor mall, the Grove here in LA, and it's his favorite spot. Dude, don't go to – the Grove looks like Walking Dead now. Everything's boarded up. There's like 1 or 2 shops. Everyone's in masks. There's not that many people. It
makes me so depressed, man.
Well, my son goes, Papa, what happened? I go, the sickness. And I'm like, and then to get down there, I took Laurel Canyon. And last time I took Laurel Canyon was get to the Comedy Store. I got super depressed thinking, will that never come? Will those days of us hanging out the Comedy Store with our boys and doing stand-up and it just popping over there, and how excited I was to get there at 8:30 and see all my friends and try new bits. Like, are those golden days over? Like, at the time, do we realize that we're in the golden age of our comedy careers, or is that just over?
I think that's. I think for now that's over.
You don't think it'll ever bounce back?
I think when there's a vaccine, it will, but it's going to be a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that's going to be. I mean, I just don't. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Here's the good news. Your lids do look better, but one eye's lower than the other, and you know this.
And by the way, this eye just as hooded as ever been, just as hooded as it's ever been, hooded. Maybe even more. So at the end of the day, the lid surgery, not so much, you know. Let's be honest. Still got some circles under my eyes too. That hasn't gone away. Who knows why?
It does look better, though. It does look better, but the one eye is lower than the other.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it looks better, but that's okay, too. And here's the thing. We tried, and it didn't work out. And sometimes, Brendan, in life, things don't work out, and you might come out with one wonky eye, and maybe I did. Who knows? At the end of the day.
Now you can tell people you're a sniper.
I have a cousin who's a plastic surgeon. And he said to his wife, man, I was looking at his eyes. And he casually said, I don't know if he's a candidate. And she was like, what do you mean? He goes, I mean, he would need a brow lift. Otherwise, it's going to not do anything.
A lot of work.
And I remember she said that, and I dismissed it. I just, what does that guy know? He's only been doing it for 50 years. What's he know? And I just plunged ahead. So it turns out that old Bryan is I'm gonna walk over now and I'm gonna look at my eyes right now. Yep, don't see a goddamn difference.
Exactly. So, just a little bit more.
Exactly the same.
He added a little hood to the top.
Well, I like to give my eyes a real beating and then get COVID. So things have been good. It's been a shit month.
Yeah, it's been tough month. It's been tough, dude. It's been tough, brother. Did you watch the fights on Saturday?
I watched the fights on Saturday.
Why did it feel like the fights went on for 20 hours?
Because they did. I was glad. I was glad that Rose Namajunas won that fight. I think she's awesome. I was glad that I disagreed with the Max Holloway decision. I think Max won that fight, not handedly, but fair and square. I think it was 3-2.
Yep.
No question. And it was because Max – it was really interesting because Max was pressing the pace and he was moving forward. If the last fight, he was always moving back because Volkanovski kept moving forward. And that changed in this fight. That was weird. But listen, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. I was very surprised that Max lost that.
What do you think of Usman Masvidal?
Well, I mean – I don't know how I thought of this. I think that Masvidal, we said this because I was talking about this. He had to suck from 194 to 70 in a very short period of time. So I knew his win would be a problem, or that's what I was worried about. And I knew it would be. Usman never has a win problem. I don't know where he gets that cardio from. And he's a fucking grinder. You know, he just – how are you going to solve that problem? It's that John Fitch, Khabib.
It's even more than that, though, B, because it's like his striking. You gotta worry about too.
Yeah, you do. Yes.
And it's like this incredible pace, and it's like, you know, we've seen Khabib get a little tired. We've never seen Usman get tired, even against Kobe Covington and Woodley.
No.
And he's Leon Edwards, so it's like –
and he's also very smart. Keep in mind, he's
smart.
Strategic. Like, he does weird shit to win. And I don't know how you solve that problem.
I think the only guy who can give him fits is maybe a Leon Edwards could pose some problems for him, even though he did beat him, but he's a better fighter now. But the other thing is –
how about Burns?
The only guy I think that could finish Kamaru Usman would be Masvidal on a full camp. Because you got to remember, I don't care what anybody says, and I don't know what Masvidal said in his post-fight, but a 6-day notice is a 6 fucking day notice.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
With travel and everything, yeah.
Travel, COVID tests. You say you've been getting ready, but unless you have a contract on paper and you know who you're fighting weeks out, you're not in the same grinding mode. So, and he even said, you know, I think he mentioned he got tired in the 3rd round. After that, you know, it was tough, especially with Usman's style. So, you know, if you give Masvidal a full camp, he's really the only guy I can see giving Usman any trouble anytime soon. Leon Edwards, he could pose some problems, but outside that, man, I don't know.
I still, even with Masvidal has a full camp and his wind is amazing, I still don't know how you solve that problem. Once he closes distance and grabs onto your knee with that little snatching single or just clinches up with you and gets you on the ground, you're still in the same fucking boat.
Here's the problem.
You still have the same problem.
Think about this. Masvidal, and I think, you know, people don't realize this, how good his takedown defense was.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Stood up every time. He's a fucking killer. He's a killer. But you might see the same fight. You might see a grind out again.
Most likely.
Because you know, Kamaru's also he does throw. He throws well.
But he even admitted when he throw, he was getting tagged. He was losing in the exchanges. Now, all I'm saying is Masvidal has the cardio to go 25 minutes. Those exchanges in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, even in the 1st and 2nd, he's going to be more willing to do it because he doesn't have to reserve his tank. So if he can trade those in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, while Usman might get a little tired, you have more of a shot to finish him. Because in that last fight, he didn't really have a shot in the 4th and 5th. It was just more of a beatdown.
That's 100% right. That's 100% right.
And what did you think of boy, Aldo and Jan?
I love Aldo, and it's exactly what I figured. Because of all the mileage on Aldo, you're just not, for whatever reason with fighting, when you've taken the kind of just the wear and tear that Aldo has, you're not going to be able to, in the 4th and 5th round, you're just not going to keep up with a younger, fresher, up-and-coming Jan who is 27 years old. It's just different. And you could see it. The guy on round 4 was jumping up and down and ready to fucking go. And that's what it's really interesting with fighting. And whatever happens to your body, Aldo looked amazing. So muscular, so fucking great. He was fucking great for those 3 rounds, but at the end of the day, man, I don't know. I didn't
realize how long Aldo's been doing it, dude.
Yeah. He's so – and his striking, his ability to stand right there and move his head and catch and angles and come back is just astonishing. So hard to hit.
Think about Jan at 27, who's never been in a real high-profile fight. Fought Uriah Faber, fought Nya Rivera. Doesn't have a crazy resume. He went, oh, you're good at striking? I'm not going to go. Here's a line in the sand. Here's a Russian line in the sand. I'm
not moving back.
Moving. So if you want to play this fisticuffs in a phone booth, I'm game for that. And I was like, oh, shit, he's the real deal.
He's the real deal. He's fucking the real deal. I don't know who beats Jan right now. I mean,
I don't know who beats Jan.
I'd like to see. You know who I want to see him fight?
What?
I want to see him fight Cody Garbrandt.
Peter Yan, Cody Garbrandt's a motherfucking fight.
It's a motherfucking fight because Cody's young.
Cody is,
and he's fresh too, and he's.
He'll exchange.
What's that? Oh, he's a good fighter. He's a good boxer.
Oh, dude, he's the hardest hitter in the division, hands down.
Yes, he hits hard, and he's going to stand there too. So
now, you realize you and Jessica Andrade have the same haircut, yeah?
We had the same haircut. She's got an amazing jawline. And she's an amazing fighter, but yes, we do. She is she's a handsome, strong, I say this with respect. She's got a strong presence. Very kind of, there's powerful.
There's fights Wednesday and Saturday this week too.
Yes, and I'm very excited about the Cater Ing fight.
Ige.
If you see that, Ige fought Barbosa, it was incredible.
Oh,
he got stronger as the fight went on.
Those Hawaiians, dude. Those fucking Hawaiians, man.
Fuck, he's amazing. Fuck, he's great. But Cater is, Cater fucking gave Zabit the what for?
Well, hold up. If that fight was a main event for 5 rounds, he would have beat Zabit.
I mean, I agree with you. Cater is a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's one of my
Cater is as good as anybody in the 45 pound division.
His 1-2 is his straight 1-2 is it's second to only Conor McGregor as far as efficiency. There's nobody better when they throw a straight 1-2.
Yeah, he's going to be he's a nightmare for anybody. He's a guy who could easily have the belt eventually.
Oh yeah.
There's no question.
I'm just excited that I have fights to watch Wednesday and something to do on Saturday. That's my life. Right
Who's fighting Saturday?
Joey Benavidez.
Yeah.
He's fighting. Figueroa.
With the colored hair. Who else is fighting?
You missed it because I was talking shit to you. You missed my favorite fighter. Now he's my new favorite fighter. I have a crush on him. Wicked smart as well. You missed Yuri fighting Ozdemir. You would have been all over him, dude. He's
first of all, I did see it. First of all, I did. See, are you talking about Mr. Kung Fu?
Oh,
are you talking about the showman? The showman?
Hold on.
Bodied up.
First team all show pony, dude.
First team all show pony.
He's a show pony.
And I was like, I don't know what he's doing right now. He's talking. He's doing weird shit. He's looking. He'd stop and look over in this direction and then move back. And then, I was like, you're going to get knocked out. He had his hands down.
Yeah, I was hard the whole time.
Well, I understand.
Wait, what?
I understand. That's your prerogative.
Hard fighter. I meant
hard fighter. Okay, I got a little scared.
Dude, he was a stud.
Yeah, man.
Now, here's my question. Here's my question. Now, don't get me wrong. Ozdemir is ranked number 7 in the world. He's one of the best there is. Does he get away with those same tactics, find a guy like, I don't know, Glover Teixeira or Gustafsson or, some of these other killers at 205?
Let me say this very clearly.
Watch your – whoa. Dude, I know we're not in studio. You watch your fucking mouth when you're talking about my show, Pony Yuri.
Now, listen, I'll come to your house.
He's a fucking Spartan, dude.
I'll get in your grill, and I'll surf and turf. I'll COVID surf and turf you right now. I don't give a fuck.
Papa, you don't have lungs because you have the COVID lungs.
I don't have lungs. That's true. And I'll cough on you. Now, listen. If he tries that showboat shit.
Against
Anthony Smith? Fucking technician.
Anthony Smith?
Against Anthony Smith. Against fucking, what's his name from Sweden? Why am I blanking on his name right now? Gustafsson. Alexander Gustafsson or Glover Teixeira, he's going to pay. He's not ready for those guys yet.
Stop!
Let's not get too excited. Let's not get too fucking excited that he did a great job. But you can't be doing that stuff.
I think Thiago Santos might have an issue with it if he fights him and doesn't look at him. You're going to have problems with Thiago Santos.
You're going to have some problems. Yeah.
So
let's be careful with that. But I love him.
How fun is it to watch?
I love him. My guess is, by the way, it might be how he deals with nerves. It might be sometimes you showboat because you're fucking nervous and it gets you in a zone and it fucking gets in the other guy's head. Some guys don't get in. Some guys, though, the veterans, it doesn't get into their head. There you go. That's cool.
You should. Try that against John Jones or DC. Let me know how that works for you.
No. Not against guys like that. They watch you do all this stuff, and then they go, come.
Are you done? Sweet body. Check out. Dude, yeah. But here's the thing. He's beat King Mo Lawal. He beat CB Dalloway. He's beat some tough dudes. And they offered him a UFC contract a while ago.
I think he knocked CB out, didn't he?
Correct. He knocks everybody out. He knocks everybody.
Yeah. He hits very hard.
Ozdemir's, I mean, top 5 hardest hitters in the division. He starts, dude.
Yeah,
and
he's got
wins. Ozdemir's no punk, man.
No.
Now you and Ozdemir's have the same barber. It's called Father Time.
Yes, we do. I have a little better. My hair's actually. Ozdemir looks very handsome in a hat, in a cap.
Yes, you
take. I
thought
to myself, Ozdemir looks very handsome. Yes. I don't know what he's doing with his face. He's got his beard. He's tall and handsome, and then he takes his hat off and he looks like Friar Tuck. You can't look like Friar Tuck.
Nightmare.
So we got to make a choice. Do we shave our head completely? It's a problem. So
you have better hair than him.
I do have better hair than him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hims.
Yep.
So, yeah. What about Rose Namajunas? Your thoughts on her performance and where she goes from here?
Rose is the best in the world when she's mentally into it.
I agree.
When she's not, or she's somewhere else or doesn't feel like fighting, it's a nightmare for her. So
she was still great, though. She was still great against Jessica Andrade. The first fight, she pieced her up even more.
Yeah, she's winning.
She had a check hook, amazing check hook, that jab.
For me, it's Rose versus Rose. If Rose is ready to go, she's the best in the world. I think she can beat Weili Zhang. Even how good Weili is. I do think Rose beats her if she's on that night. So, and Weili even said Rose is her toughest competition. So you're gonna get that next.
Wow. Yeah, I think Rose is fucking astonishing. She's my favorite. She and Joanna Jędrzejczyk are my favorite female fighters to watch. And by the way, I shouldn't even say that. I think they're so technically great. I love watching them fight, period. I like them. I like watching them fight as much as almost anybody else.
Interesting.
Male or female.
Oh, wow. Interesting. That's the Kobe.
I just think I just think technically they're so sound.
Relax. I need you to take it down a notch.
I think technically.
You'd rather watch Rhodes versus Jessica Andrade than Stipe and DC3? Oh, okay.
Well, in some ways I kind of would, because I like the fluidity of Rose.
Oh, sure. Did you like the fluidity of Max Holloway, Brian?
I do like his fluidity.
The COVID talking. You know what? I'm gonna. That's fine.
Give me a little pass. Give me a little pass there. Yeah, it was exciting though. I've been watching a lot of weird shit. I watched an exhibition match between Jordan Burroughs and Ben Askren. And Jordan Burroughs beat him 11-0, like it was nothing. And then I watch all these weird things. I've been doing all that. Old Zabit fights.
You watch fighting, and I just read books and watch narco shit.
Well, I watch Ballers. I've watched every series, from Ozarks to Ballers to everything. So I like Ballers. I'm new to that.
Hopefully the studios can open up soon so we get new shit.
I don't know, man. That's a big issue, isn't it? The Hollywood is really, really panicking because they just don't know how to do this. And I think Netflix is running out of content, and well, that's obvious if you just zip through it. So I don't know, man. We are living in unprecedented times, my friend.
Hey, Chin, do you see some breaking news that Newsom locked down the city again?
No.
I got a bunch of messages that Newsom's locking LA down again.
I haven't seen it. I'll check it out, though.
Yeah, let me know.
Ain't nothing but your regular.
What can you do?
Is he locking down, like, trails? And I hope not.
Close down restaurants, no longer salons and gyms. They're going back to phase 1.
Oof. Well, I don't know.
I don't know either, dude.
Maybe they know something I don't know.
Yeah,
I've been wrong many times, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
You just hope it's not political, and you hope it's based off science and research. That's all I can hope for. That's not political.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 2020.
2020 can eat my dick. And it all started with me blowing that Aztec death whistle. And I want to apologize to everybody for that.
Hold on. Was it the Aztec whistle, or was it Kobe dying first?
I think I blew the Aztec whistle, and 2 weeks later, the epidemic hit. So I think Kobe had already passed. I'm not sure.
It started with Kobe, though. I think Kobe set it off. Then you blowing that Aztec whistle definitely didn't help shit.
Didn't help. That was probably really dumb. Hey, Joe. And I blame Joe. Because he started blowing it first. He wasn't doing it properly.
Nope.
Problem is, I did it very well.
Daddy got his lips around it and really.
I got my lips around it. I used my COVID-free lungs back then. So, hey, you know what doesn't help? Let me just say this about fucking when you're sick. I just want to let me just say this to anybody who has a friend who's sick. Don't do the two things. Number one, don't give me advice on what to do because you're not a doctor. So whatever you do, I get like Yosef Azim, who I love so much. Dr. Azim, he goes, bro, do listen how general this is. He goes, do large doses. They say do large doses of what is that?
Vitamin C.
I'm like, oh, okay, let me write this down, dude. So far, it sounds like you've really done a lot of research on that fucking thing. And everybody's got a different point of view. Take all the zinc. Take all the vitamin D. Take all the vitamin C. Get a neti pot. It'll be gone in 2 days. Shut the fuck up. None of you are doctors. Then I talk to doctors, and they go, got to let it run its course, or maybe hydrochloroquine, or maybe inhalable steroids, or nothing, or fucking maybe nothing, because you can talk. It drives me.
What about our other friend? Now that they found out we have COVID, we have friends who send me and Bryan negative shit about COVID.
Oh, that's the other thing. Wait, I got to say that.
Yes.
So the other thing is, when I'm sick, please don't send me articles about how some people never come out of it and have organ damage for the rest of their lives and brain damage. Please don't do that, Mom. Mom, don't tell me that my taste may never come back. Mom and other family members and friends who catastrophize. I'm already feeling like fuck. I don't need you adding to my anxiety about how I could be the one rare case that never gets better or gets worse and dies. If you don't mind, guys. I don't like negative shit. And now that I have it, the people are saying, you can get it twice, and they're sending me all this stuff about that. I don't need that either. I don't need it.
This whole pandemic.
I get it that life sucks sometimes.
This whole pandemic and the whole corona stuff and just the whole turmoil of 2020, a lot of people that we associated with have shown their true colors. And I'm like, you know what? I can't be friends with you anymore. We won't talk once the world goes back to normal. We won't talk anymore.
Probably not. Fear does a weird thing.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's been a bummer.
It's a bummer, dude. Should we go some current events, Chen?
Let's do some current events. Now, Brennan, when you want auto insurance, when you want car insurance or home insurance, what do? Well, you call different companies and you compare prices and you go with the lowest, right?
Dude.
That takes forever.
And then you go
to thezebra.com. They'll compare hundreds of different companies. They'll give you the lowest rate. They do that. And by the way, it's completely free. So they will find you the most competitive price. And that's all you have to do. Go to thezebra.com/fighter.
Whoa,
and
dude.
you will save hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, on the best price for your home insurance or your auto insurance.
Yeah,
or
you can
both.
compare quotes side by side from over 100 providers. Choose the best for you in 90 seconds or less. Plus, The Zebra, they will never sell your information to spammers, so you won't get all these weird calls.
Ever.
A few quick questions. It's simple. It's a fast form, and they find the best rates and coverage for your state. That's Zebra, right, man. The best part is
thezebra.com/fighter.
It's free. Thezebra.com/fighter. That's The Zebra, THEZEBRA.com/fighter. Thezebra.com/fighter.
Save money. Brendan, I've been asking you for a Whoop bracelet. Let's go. Get me something. I need Whoop.
I know. Dude.
Now I'm getting back into training. I literally need to start tracking my recovery. I want to track my sleep.
Yep.
I want to track how much I move during the day.
Yep.
I want all of it.
You think your lungs are ready, Papa?
They're going to have to be.
They're going to have to be.
Whoop will keep track of all that stuff for me.
Whoop will keep
track. It measures my heartbeat. It measures like my heartbeat 100 times in a second.
A second, son. It's the best workout device I've ever used. I started because I wanted the Thick Boy Nation to get their asses in gear because everyone's guessing how many calories they're burning, how many hours they're going to sleep. Should they ride long this week? Should they ride short? Are they recovered? Take all the guesswork out. Go to whoop.com, promo code FIGHTER. You save 15% off the subscription. The device connects to your phone. It tracks everything you do. It records from your heart rate 100 times per second, man. Your strain.
I like that it has a
recovery
5-day
steps.
battery life. It has a 5-day battery life, and I like the way it looks. It's smaller.
It looks
so it's
cool,
like
right?
literally a strap
They
as
just
opposed
came
to
out
like
with
this
some-
giant watch.
They just dropped some dope colors. You like to swim around, Brian. You can wear it in the ocean. You can wear it in the pool.
I'm Aquaman, dude. I'm a water baby.
Dude, we're just a couple aqua boys in this wild world, dude.
Yep, couple aqua boys.
Be an aqua boy. Wear the Whoop strap. Whoop.com, promo code Fighter. You save 15% off the subscription. Get your mind right. Take the guesswork out of it. Whoop.com, promo code Fighter.
All right, current events. Give me 1 sec. Let me pull it up. First one.
Monday, hashtag RIP Ellen was trending, and a bunch of people thought that it was because Ellen DeGeneres died when she didn't. It turns out that there were rumors about her show being potentially canceled due to the past couple of months, people just coming out with bad stories about her. Who was it? It was somebody within her production team actually had to come out and say that her show isn't getting canceled, and people continue to post on the hashtag RIP Ellen trending hashtag. And what happened was people started to post up photos and videos of people that are not Ellen but look like Ellen, trying to say that her career is over.
Yeah, but it's
they love
not,
it.
though. But it's not. Like, you know, there's that – the whole thing that one guy started, like, give me your worst stories about Ellen. And then I know some people who that work for are upset because she never said anything about her pay during the COVID time. When other hosts like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon paid all their employees out of their own Jimmy Kimmel actually paid his employees out of his own purse during COVID because he's a good dude, even though these dummies want to cancel him. So with Ellen, it's like all these negative stories came out about her, and the thing that was she was in trouble getting canceled is because her ratings were so low. It's not because she's an asshole. Her ratings were really low. But I don't think they're going to cancel her. But, I mean, we've talked about this, Brian. We've heard rumors of her being an asshole forever.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't like rumors, and I don't like Twitter, and I can't stand when the Twitter mob decides that they want to kill somebody, which is what they're about.
Yep.
So, I live in Hollywood. I see the reality, and I see the hype, and there's a big difference a lot of times. So I'm not going to be involved in that bullshit.
Yep, me neither. But I've never dealt with Ellen one-on-one myself, so I don't partake in the rumors and these people. You know, that one YouTuber when our show goes, she didn't even come to my dressing room and say hi. It's like,
fuck off.
Have you ever ran a show? Do you know how stressful it is to run a show and run Untitled on time, and you're going live at 3? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, and also don't forget Ellen DeGeneres is very talented. Was one of my favorite comics of all time. One of the great comics. You see her old stuff, and what got her to the dance is really hard work and a brilliant mind. And it might be a complicated mind. She might be a difficult person sometimes. She works all day. She works all day, every day. She didn't have a great childhood. She's one of the first women to come out as gay on TV. She's a fucking pioneer.
Yeah,
a little respect.
That's what I'm saying,
a little respect.
That's what I'm saying. Did Ellen come out? Did that help move the ball forward for gay?
Fuck yeah. And people have no idea the kind of pressure she was under. Back then, I'm old enough to remember.
Dude, she lost her job. She lost.
Yes.
Ellen was huge. They took her off air, but she came out and said she was gay.
Right. I'm old enough to remember when rumors were that she was gay, and she couldn't say anything. And she's always had to live that way. And she was one of the first women on fucking TV who came out and paid a price for it. So a little respect, you young fucks, for a pioneer who did some real shit for LGBTQ and for just moving the conversation forward and everything else. So, you know, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. I guess you were kind of a jerk, and now they want to fucking destroy you. You know, I don't even know how real these assholes are on this RIP Ellen.
What else you got, Kat?
Fuck about them.
So this next one is really sad. The actress Nya Rivera, she was originally on the show Glee. On Wednesday, she went on a boat ride that she brought her 4-year-old son with her on. And a couple of hours later, they actually found the boat with the little boy inside. He was sleeping and he was fine, but the actress was nowhere to be found. And after a couple of hours trying to find her in the lake, they presumed that she was dead because they couldn't find her body.
They found her.
This morning they found a body, and they said that they were going to have a press conference at the lake, I think today at 2, to reveal whether it's her or not, but they're presuming it was her.
And they think she was just swimming and got caught under – because here's the thing. When I first heard it, I thought she was in the ocean. I'm like, well, definitely shark. That sucks. But she was in a lake, so there's no tide in a lake, man. And it's a man-made lake in California, so maybe she just couldn't swim, you know?
It's a weird situation because the little boy came out the other day after he was, I guess, like, well taken care of, and they felt like it was okay to interview him. He said that his mom jumped off of the boat and never came back up.
She might have had a cramp. She might have fainted.
She might have hit.
She might have.
Could have hit her head on something.
Something, man. Yeah, you never know.
But how about that?
Something.
I have a 4-year-old. How about that poor little boy being on that boat they found him 4 hours later sleeping on the boat. Mm-hmm. Saying my mom was in the boat and never came back. It's fucking tragic.
That's your whole world. So it's a disaster.
It's awful.
It's a disaster.
It's so sad.
I don't know, man. It looks like such inviting water. It's like what all of us would do. You can jump in, swim around. There's nothing dangerous in there. And then maybe she hit her head on the side of the boat. She slipped. Who the fuck knows, man?
So
there's people saying that local residents around that area, they're saying that water is very dangerous. That's why they don't want to go swimming in there. There's like underwater growth, trees and stuff you can get entangled on, stuff like that. That's what I heard. I mean, it seems like, I don't know. I don't want to go.
Have you ever fished out there, Chin?
No, it's not funny. But what was weird is when I first saw it, I thought that was the lake I just went to, Kachuma, but it's not. I've never been to Piru.
It's such a shame. That's
so many people have been killed, have died from that cast. Committed suicide, all kinds of stuff. Of Glee.
Really?
The show Glee.
Really?
6 people who were associated with that.
Jesus.
That show. 6 people.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah, man.
She's a pretty
good news.
Man. That's such a shame.
She's very pretty. All right.
This was so weird.
Okay, so I think you guys have talked about this before, where there have always been rumors about Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith being in an open relationship or they're swingers. A couple of days ago, the singer August Alsina came out on to Angela Yee's show, and he talked about how he was in a relationship a couple years ago with Jada Pinkett Smith. And he was just kind of talking about how it was a really good relationship and he loved someone so deeply. And then he went on to say that he talked to Will Smith about being in a relationship with her and that Will Smith gave him his blessing. And a lot of people went crazy about that, to the point where Jada Pinkett Smith went on to her show Red Table Talk with her husband, where they talked about it. She said that she and Will were at the time amicably separated and they were going to get a divorce. And that was the time when she started dating the singer. And when Will Smith asked her what it was, he kind of wanted her to say that she was having an affair. And instead she used the term entanglement, which then went viral because she refused to say that she was in a relationship with him. And she said she was in entanglement, which then went viral on Twitter. And a bunch of celebrities went out and DM'd Will Smith shortly after that interview went live. And there are text conversations between 50 Cent and Will Smith, as well as Will Smith and the comedian Michael Blackson.
He's great.
And they're just funny screenshots.
What's tough is, if you're a Will Smith fan, when you watch that and his wife goes, and Will, you and I weren't doing good at the time and I had an entanglement with August, you can see the pain on Will Smith's face, man. It fucking sucks. You can just tell, the embarrassment and the pain. And then he goes, well, I'm going to get you back. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Well, August Alsina is a good-looking fella.
Yeah.
He's kind of a handsome dude. I looked him up, and I was like, oof. Well, all right. I don't want August Alsina near my girl, and I don't want Chris Brown near my girl there. It's hard to compete with.
I don't think you want Will Smith near your girl either, man.
Well, yeah, that's true, because he's got a great personality, too. And he's a handsome son of a
You know
bitch.
how much fun Will Smith is to hang out with in August?
A lot more fun than Bryan Callen.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else you got?
That'd make me feel bad.
There we go.
And this is just a silly video of two dads
So
at the
funny.
beach recreating what their daughters were doing, trying to take like Instagram kind of thoughty photos.
I love it. I
Let me
absolutely
see.
love it. It's so good.
That's so funny.
I'm so mad I didn't do this.
Me too. It's so funny. Look, they're making fun of these girls.
Oh my God.
That's so funny, man.
That's so good. So good. Humor. Humor's the best.
It looks like a dad and a grandpa, though, you know?
It does.
Maybe. Maybe.
All right,
Look, you got Chin.
we got some serious one here. Let me know what you guys think of this footage, first of all. This is the Austin Police Department. And this woman right here, I guess she was doing there was a protest going on in a march, and then she was driving behind these motorcycles that are just, making sure that nothing happens with the march, just driving slowly. So she would start honking and yell at the officers, and then she also ran a red light. So then the officers had to, finally pull her over and arrest her. And this is what happened when they were checking her.
I've seen this one. He gives it the old stiff on their titties.
Don't fucking touch her like that! Don't you fucking touch her like that! Get your fucking hands off her! Get a female officer in here now! She's fucking getting manhandled!
See that? So that's the first rub right there. You can see him kind of like rubbing the back of his hand.
Who's the asshole? Who's the asshole yelling at the police officer trying to do his job? That
Some
asshole.
But let me ask people this. I don't know. I've never taken cop courses. How would he frisk a woman's breast? If you're going to hide something in your breast, how should they do it?
I don't think you do that. I think you have a female do it.
That makes sense. That's why she asked for a female officer. That makes sense.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
According to their policy, though, if they try to get a female officer and they can't get her because there's no female officer in the area, they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, what if
Okay,
she's hiding,
so that's allowed.
hiding something in there? What if
And also-
they're hiding something in their titties? What are they supposed to do?
You see how he's also in front of his patrol car?
Yeah.
What they call the MAV, mobile auto video thing that's recording. That's part of their policy. So he had to go move her in front of the car. So it's recording, and he has to do that kind of not groping.
Sounds like he did his job.
Yeah, and then someone has to watch him as well. So he did all those things. But it just
Sounds like there's not a
But that fucking asshole dude
Yeah.
needs to get punched in the face who was fucking screaming at the cop that way.
It sounds like there's
Like
not a story
crazy.
here. There's no story here. When people want him to lose his job, okay.
Of course they do, because
the
he's doing his job.
department defended him.
Yeah.
So the department defended him, yeah.
You should.
They should defend him.
What else you got?
See here. What?
This is frozen on that lady's lap yelling.
This is crazy. This kid was playing soccer. I think this is a practice game, and he got hit by lightning. And you can actually see this.
Damn.
Did he die, Chin?
No, but he's not doing that great, so it sucks.
Oh.
But they said he's responding to they're asking questions and he's moving his head and his eyes. So
Wow, let me see.
not great, but I'll show you this word.
This kid got struck by lightning in Russia?
Right there.
Несчастный случай произошел.
Well, the majority of
God damn.
it, but you see right here.
Fuck, that's crazy shit.
Boom, right
Oh.
there, lightning.
Oof.
Like the odds are just ridiculous for that. So this is what the update is. Multiple reports say that Zaborowski went into a coma after the strike and suffered serious burns, but reports add signs of recovery have been encouraging.
Thank God. Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
Serious burns. Fuck, it's the last thing you expect. Play some soccer and God's like, zit, and you're like, oh, fuck.
God. It was quick, dude.
You don't even know who to be mad at. You're like, oh, no.
Yes, you don't know who to be mad at.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, I don't
right.
know, sometimes.
Your boy 50 Cent? I guess some rapper who's hassling before. There's a video. This is way back when. This guy was hassling 50 Cent about, how come you're not listening to my stuff? I guess he was trying to get his stuff for 50 Cent to listen to. And 50's like, dude, this is not the way to do it, blah, blah. So apparently he came back again, and then I'll show you the video here. This is in New
Probably
Jersey.
need bodyguards. 50 Cent. You have these idiots.
This is 50 right here. The guy's walking up. The 50 starts throwing chairs.
The bumper is 50 minutes. Oh, there you go.
Chairs, throwing tables. So pretty much ended there. 50 left on the girl that he with in his truck, and that was pretty much it.
I feel like in that situation, you should be willing to just get out and fight the guy, as opposed to throw a table at him. I don't know.
Well, 50 cents hits him, he's going to be sued. It's going to cost him way more money.
And
Yeah, you got to get the guy throwing you.
Yeah.
What's that?
And who knows if the guy has a weapon, so I'd rather just keep my distance and throw stuff at him too.
Yeah. Well, that's why I carry throwing stars. Because throwing stars are super quiet,
So smart.
and I throw them at your fucking dome, and then you walk off with a bunch of stars in your dome.
Well, that's smart.
So, yep.
All right.
That's what I do.
So Brennan, you mentioned this before, how Shia Labeouf actually got chest tattoos.
Yep.
So we finally got to see it, and the artist shows what he did exactly. So check this out.
Yeah, that's
Like, they're all real, apparently. That's what the artist is saying, and everyone else. He's like, this is how committed to the role he was.
See where it says Creeper across his stomach? That's his character's name, Creeper.
yeah. The problem is that then you're not doing the movie anymore. So what do we do from there?
I don't know. But I guess the tattoo represented something with his family, too, his mom and stuff like that.
It's a cool tattoo.
Good work. Yeah, it's really cool.
All right, let's see. This thing I thought was absolutely terrible. I guess this woman's a radio host, and she saw Latin American people working, and their boss was talking to them in Spanish. So she started recording herself about, like, why are you speaking Spanish? Why are you speaking Spanish? She eventually got fired from her own, studio network that she's from. But I'll play this video for you.
You speaking English?
Well, a lot of them speak English, but I just want to speak Spanish.
Okay, but it is America.
It is America.
It is America. You should be speaking English.
Jesus.
You should be speaking English. They work for the state. You should be speaking English.
Good gem.
What do you work for? Oh, so are these people? Is English. Doesn't matter. It's still English. It's English. 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 Is anybody here illegal?
Oh, wow.
Are these guys illegal?
Wow.
What's the name of this company? Look at this.
Those people
Look
doing
at
this
this.
working?
It's America. Speak English. Speak English. So this is a foreman working for this company, Morans. And he's speaking Spanish to these guys. So your tax dollars up here in New Hampshire. That's what's going on here.
Up here in New
What's
Hampshire.
going on here? That is
All up in New Hampshire.
Look at this
Let me show you her face real quick.
language.
So this guy was defending
right.
other guys as well.
Right. The brown man from this white woman who's practicing white privilege.
Anyways, she's a terrible person. She got fired from her job.
Yeah, shut up. Listen, the cancer.
That's not the fight to have.
She just sucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's.
The last one is a very sad one, and I didn't want to end on a sad note.
All these have been sad, but what else you got?
You mentioned this
So
on.
is zooming. So is zooming.
So it is. You mentioned this on Below the Belt as well, but
Dude.
his wife.
Terrible.
What happened?
She passed away.
Yeah.
Whose wife?
John Travolta, Kelly Preston. They've been together.
Oh, I know. I worked with Kelly.
Yeah.
No way. She was so awesome. What happened?
Breast cancer.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
She was
Kelly
so
was-
pretty, man. So pretty.
She was so gorgeous. And she was so cool. I spent a week with her, man.
How
on
long
Fat
ago was
Actress.
that, dude? Oh, she's so pretty.
When I did Fat Actress, when was Fat Actress? Somebody look it up. But fuck, 2005? I don't know.
She's so pretty.
She was gorgeous. Damn, she died of breast cancer.
She was a really hot girl in Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger's girl in Twins.
She was so gorgeous, dude. And a good actress and a good person.
Yeah.
She died of fucking breast cancer. I didn't know she was sick.
Right.
That actress is 2005. Bryan's
2005.
with Eddie Falcone.
Eddie Falcone. Well, I'm sorry that she's passed away. Oh, well.
No other good news.
Well, guys, it was a Monday. We came. We did
best.
it.
We did our best.
We did our best, buddy.
Hopefully, B, let's get in there, take those tests, get those negative test results, buddy, so we can be in studio.
I'm all about it, buddy. I promise.
All right, pal.
All about it. All right, kids. Well, thank you for listening.
Thank you for
We'll
listening.
see you in a little
Thank you
bit.
for watching. I dropped all new Thick Boy merch. Summer merch just dropped. thickboy.com. Get you some, thickies.
Yeah.
That's it, man. All right, kids. This is the Fine Kid. We're out.